Jeptha Creed Distillery. Chris, can you tell us a little bit about your distillery?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where the name comes from?
Yeah, so Jeptha Creed, we're up in Shelbyville, Kentucky, which is about 25 minutes east of downtown Louisville. The original name of Shelby County, Kentucky, is Jeptha Knobs. That was given by Daniel Boone and Squire Boone as they were coming through that part of Kentucky. They found that the hunting was really good because there's a salt lake on the side of the hill, so it was attracting a lot of wildlife. So they named it after the Old Testament warrior Jeptha from Judges 11. The family farm has been on the foothills of Jeptha Knobs for about 250 years. We are owned by a mother and daughter, Joyce and Autumn Nethery. They have roughly 2,000 acres of land there, which they've amassed over the years from different family members that have passed on. So they have about 300 here, 400 there, but that allows them to grow 100% of the corn that we use in all of the products that you see here today. And outside of just growing our corn, we grow a different kind of corn because you can't really start a new bourbon company these days and just do what everyone else is doing. So we grow an heirloom, non-GMO kind of corn called Bloody Butcher, which came about in the mid-1800s when they planted native red corn next to white corn and cross-pollinated. They made this new varietal of corn that when it starts off the season in mid-summer, it's white with red flecks and looks like a butcher's apron. So that's why they call it Bloody Butcher. We're the only Kentucky bourbon distillery to make a bourbon with that kind of corn. So it really helps it stand out. So we've got 4 recipes that we're tasting here today. We've got our 4 grain, which is 70% Bloody Butcher corn, 15 malted rye, 10 malted wheat, 5 malted barley, aged between 5 to 7 years, 98 proof. Next is our bottled and bond, which is a 5-year-old. Obviously, it's bonded, so it's 100 proof. 75% Bloody Butcher corn, 20% malted rye, 5% malted barley. Our latest release is a 6-year-old wheated bourbon, which we just put out back in May, and that's something that we're very proud about, considering that we are just now hitting 8 years in November. So we're still relatively young, and that is pretty much the same kind of recipe as the bottled and bond, in that it's 75% Bloody Butcher corn, 20% malted wheat, 5% malted barley, 93 proof on that. And of course we have our KBF, the Bourbon Festival single barrel pick that they've done, which is the cask strength version of the bottled and bond mash bill at 120 proof, or 119.88 if you want to get specific. And it is 5 years, 8 months.
Beautiful, beautiful. What would you say with the Bloody Butcher, that's obviously such a pillar in the company, what kind of profile does that kind of corn differentiate from really what everyone else is doing?
Yeah, so Bloody Butcher corn adds a couple of things. One, it has more maltose, so it is sweeter than yellow corn, which is something that we have found that when we planted various kinds of corn starting off, deer and other wildlife were like sleeping in the regular corn, waking up and eating strictly the Bloody Butcher. So we thought if they're eating that, they must be onto something. So let's see what's going on. Joyce is a chemical engineer by education. She went to the University of Louisville Speed School for that. So she, studied the corn, broke it down, found that it's actually sweeter, and that it has more protein in there compared to yellow corn. So what you're getting is, it's a sweeter flavor profile. You do get a little bit more like earthy notes. It's more robust. The protein sticks to your palate, creates a longer lasting finish. It's a very unique style of corn that you really have to taste to see the difference.
Incredible, incredible. And what an amazing story. Even though you guys are so young as a distillery, you obviously have so much history here in the area. So, so cool. Well, thank you so much, Chris. If people are walking around today at KBF, where can they find your booth?
So we are at the craft side. As you are making your way through, we are on the right-hand side. Pretty much, I don't know what the street is in Bardstown, but you will find us pretty much in between like Peerless and the main stage when we're doing everything. So we have a beautiful umbrella out here. Just look for that.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thanks so much, Chris. I appreciate it.